is Sarah and I'm a vegan. I decided to be vegan because I found out that the animals are being treated really horribly and inhumanely, and that made me feel really bad for them. But I've also found out that being vegan is more than just about the animals. It's also about our own health and our planet. So I've made this video to give you a brief introduction of why our current diets are actually really bad. And so I'll talk about milk, eggs, the animals, and the earth. And I'll give you a list of places where you can find more information at the end of this video. So, we're always being told to drink milk because it's going to make our bones strong, we're going to be strong, but that's not true. In countries with higher consumption rates of milk, they actually have higher rates of bone fractures. This is because of the fact that it has galactose in it. And when our body does not detoxify it, it creates bone loss. Also, milk has been tied to cancer. And we all know cancer can be really deadly. So, in countries with higher milk consumption rates, there's higher rates of breast and prostate cancer. The reason for this is that the milk wasn't made for humans to drink. It was made for the baby cows, so they would gain weight and grow faster. Now, as humans, we don't need that. And so we end up having our mTOR levels being overactivated. And that caused cancerous cell production. Now, the eggs, they're also bad for us, even though I bet many of us eat them for breakfast, maybe even every day. And the problem with eggs is that they have lots of cholesterol in them. When our body already produces all the cholesterol we need. And so when the cholesterol particles get in the arteries, they irritate them, and this builds plaque. This then lowers the amount of blood that goes through, and eventually the plaque bursts and blocks all the blood flow off, which causes a stroke or a heart attack, depending on where it occurs in the body. And also, eggs have fat in them, and fat, when you have a high diet of fat, it can cause cancer, diabetes, stroke, and coronary heart disease. Now, being a vegan, when you're a vegan, you have a lower risk of developing health problems, and also you lower the health problems you already have. Vegans also tend to have a lower body mass. So this shows that being a vegan is much more healthy for you than our current diet now. But I must talk about the animals, which is the reason I decided to switch. The animals get tiny areas to live in where they can barely turn around. They also have very high stress levels. So chickens tend to be debeaked to prevent pecking injuries. Cows can get dehorned. Cows also lose their baby cows shortly after they are born. And that's just heartbreaking for both of them. Imagine losing your mother right after you're born. That's just horrible and inhumane. Pigs, they don't have any hay to lay on, no means of comfort. They also lay on metal grates where the poop is pushed through them. And that's just plain disgusting. Can you imagine living like that? Then there's the earth. And we only will ever have one earth. When you have a all vegetable diet, you could have 3 to 4 times more amount of food produced. Imagine all the hungry people out there being able to eat now. They wouldn't have to be hungry. Meat, 1 pound of beef, it uses 4.8 pounds of grain. That's just a plain waste of resources. You could have already eaten those 4.8 pounds of grain. And for water, meat uses 2,500 to 6,000 pounds of water, while producing meat only uses 60. That's a lot more water that would be free to be used for so many more important things, not for things that are going to hurt us and the animals and the environment. So you can find more information on podcasts such as Nutrition Rounds and The Exam Room. There's also books at your local library. There's also websites on the internet such as Forks Over Knives, which has a documentary. They have success stories, and they have information. They also have some products there, and I just hope this makes you think that there's a better way to go about living and eating, so we don't have to hurt ourselves or the animals or our earth. So I hope this makes you think, and I hope you spread the word about being vegan, because it'll just make the world a better place. Thank you.